Kinda always knew that I was gonna be your next ex.
What's going on, people? This is Metal, and right now I am here with Samantha Harvey. Samantha, how are you?
Hey, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm not too bad. I survived the trek up here from the station. I survived the trek and coming up these 3 flights of stairs.
I know.
It was
I
a
don't know
killer.
how these guys do it every day.
But I had to carry all this stuff.
That's true.
That was just a killer.
Sometimes I carry my dog though, so I feel like he's quite heavy. He's
That's-
tiny, but he's heavy.
That's worse, because then he might be jumping out and
Yeah.
everything like that.
Yeah, they're a mission, those stairs.
Oh my god. But what an amazing sort of career you have been having right now.
Thank you.
But let's take it all the way back. How did you kind of get started in music?
I was 8 years old, and after school I joined like an amateur dramatics class.
Okay.
So I used to go there and did Oliver, Wizard of Oz, Alice in Wonderland, did all of those kind of things, and I absolutely loved it. I loved acting, singing and dancing.
Yeah.
Then when I went to college, when I was 16, I gave that up and then studied it full time, obviously,
Okay.
at college. Loved singing so much, but wasn't very confident
Oh wow.
compared to everybody else that was in the class anyway. And after I graduated from college, I thought I wanted to be a cruise ship singer.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I did. I thought, oh, I could go on a cruise and you get paid like a decent amount.
Oh, yeah, true.
You save all your money.
Yeah.
Because you get everything free on
Yes.
there. And you travel the world. So I thought I wanted to do that, and then I thought my sister started having kids. I was like, no, I can't miss them growing up.
Yeah.
So I got normal office jobs for a bit, and then joined a function band.
Okay.
Started doing weddings, pubs, and all of that. And people used to say to me, "Can't you post your covers online?"
Yeah.
So that we haven't got to like wait for you to become available at a pub or a bar or whatever. We can see you online. So I started doing covers on Facebook, and then on my bathroom floor at my mum and dad's house for the acoustics. And then one day it just blew up and went viral. And then it went from there. The demand for covers from people was crazy, and I was trying to meet those demands and do like weekly requests. And the following just built up and built up and built up, and now it's turned into like my full-time career, which is nuts.
Crazy. And you kind of mentioned the covers,
Yeah.
and it's an array of artists that you cover. Who were sort of like your influences growing up?
Well, I feel like now it's definitely people like Anne-Marie,
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran, like real artists I feel that come across like really, just like someone you'd live next door to.
Yeah,
I feel.
humble.
Humble, yeah, that's the word. Humble and just, really hardworking and motivated. Growing up though, I listened to Motown in my house.
Oh, wow.
My mum loves Motown, yeah. And we love people like Luther Vandross, Barry White, like
Pure
completely
sing.
different to what different to what I sing. But I do some Luther Vandross.
Okay.
But yeah, a massive wide variety. My dad loved Take That, George Michael, like everyone.
Everyone.
You know, yeah.
Amazing. Well, you kind of started off with the covers, which is how I first noticed you. I remember I was on a train,
Yeah.
and it was on Facebook.
Yeah.
How did it feel to kind of get social media success quite quickly and quite early?
It was a massive shock to me because I was only doing it to please, 50, 60 people I'd
Yeah.
see every week at a pub. And then for it to go out, I remember I kept it as friends, so it was just on a little private Facebook.
Yeah.
And then somebody said, why don't you change it to public so that like if somebody likes it, somebody else would like to see it. And then I did that one night, and that's the one that then spiraled and spiraled and spiraled into hundreds of thousands of people watching it.
Yeah.
And then obviously these people messaging me saying, oh, my dad's in hospital, this is his favourite song, can you cover it for him? And then I would do that, and I'd say at the beginning, this is for so-and-so.
Yeah.
And then those personal requests just went nuts, and it went to another level. So it was a real shock for me, because I was shocked that people loved my voice that much, that they want personal requests and like wanted to hear me every week and didn't get annoyed by my voice or think that I was crap. Because when you put yourself out online, you're open to people giving you hate comments, which I mean obviously I get, but not a huge amount, which I'm very fortunate.
Because it's crazy, because you post on pretty much most of them, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Is there certain songs that you think will probably do better on certain platforms or things like that?
Oh god, yeah. Definitely. Yeah, it's a really hard one because say for example a brand new song comes out like Dua Lipa, Don't Start Now. I know that's going to do well on Instagram and YouTube, but on Facebook it's not.
No.
People aren't really bothered about the new ones necessarily unless it's an emotional ballad like Lewis Capaldi.
Yeah.
So his new one, I can't remember what it's called, but I need to do that. Oh, what's it called? Before You Go.
Okay.
Yeah, Before You Go. It's really emotional. Facebook's like, I would say an older audience than YouTube and Instagram, but also they love the emotional ones that grab them by the heart. So I don't tailor it because I just do one a week if I can get time to, which at the moment it's hard, but I try and tailor it. So one week I might do one that will be more for Facebook, and then the others for Instagram and YouTube. And if I was clever, I would do separate ones just for Facebook. I haven't got time. And there is a portion of people on Facebook that love everything. Yeah.
I need to be the one who takes you home. I don't deserve it, I know I don't deserve it, but stay with me a minute.
So it's hard to please everyone though.
Yeah, then that kind of led you to segueing onto actually making original content.
Exactly.
Was there a lot of pressure to do that? Because your fans might be like, oh, I should stick to the covers.
Do you know what? I think people, if I didn't release originals, they would still be with me till I die.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
I honestly think that, but when I got hit up with management saying we want to look after you, and I had various managers and some of them said they'd give you the world and then they didn't. You know, this is the industry you go through, you get people saying no to you, you get people that promise you everything and then you don't get it. You get amazing managers, I mean I've had some amazing managers. And when I got the right ones, they were like, you need to be doing original music and you need to start doing it yourself, so fund it yourself. And whether you get a label or not, it doesn't matter because the money you'll make back from it, you can fund into your next one. So my money that I'd saved up, which was 20 grand for a house since I was like 15, 14, and I think I was, 22 at this point, I put it all onto a song.
It's scary.
Yeah, so marketing, music video, everything, 20 grand, bang, gone. And I risked it, and amazingly it went so well. Got a record deal off of it, so the risk was worth it. But I feel like a lot of it is positive thinking. If I was putting my money into it and going, I think it's not going to do very well, then it would have flopped. I think it's all in the mindset.
So you've got to put it out there.
Whatever you visualise, I mean, if you wake up and you think, oh God, I'm going to have such a rubbish day, I feel so miserable, you're going to have a bad day. But if you wake up and think, I'm going to have a really good day today, I'm going to be positive, you know, everything's going to go well. Like sometimes if people go, I haven't got any money, I'm skint, all you see is you losing money, spending money, money's going out. Whereas if I think, you know, I'm having a bad time with money and I start thinking, I'm really grateful for what I've got. I've got a house, I've got a dog, I've got my family. You see things coming to you, it's all about your mindset. I feel like that's why I've got to where I've got to so far.
Do you know what, that's really important because these are big conversations I've been having with people actually, like putting energy out there and the right, trying to get it back.
Yeah, it is. Whatever you put out, you get back.
What is it? The law of attraction.
I'm so into it. Not so much now, but I was so into it at one point. Like I was meditating every night and listening to little hypnosis things before I go to sleep, and it literally changed me. What I was visualising, and for the right reasons, was actually happening. And like, if you write down, like for 2020, I'm going to write a list of things I want to achieve in that year. And then I bet if you go back to that at the end of 2020, you'll be like, wow, tick that. Yeah.
Maybe I'm going to try that.
You should do that. Write yourself a little check out as well. People do that.
Gosh.
Write a check for an amount of money, fold it, put it in your wallet. And then because you're visualising it and you're thinking of it, apparently it comes to you. But maybe don't do too much. Maybe don't go too out there.
Alright, maybe something more modest. Amazing.
Go for 100k, see if you get that.
Let's pray. I'm putting it out there. You're putting it out there for me as well. Everything.
Absolutely.
Please, I could do with 100k. But once you kind of did that, signed to the big labels, you found a lot of success, like especially in America. I kind of heard you all around TV.
I know, I was so lucky because the label were like, we want to send you to LA to write songs. And I've been wanting to go to LA for so long. I mean, I went there when I was independent, but this was a different level. So I was in Capitol Records, having meetings there with big songwriters, just having the best time really, meeting people, doing interviews. It was amazing. Supporting Nick Jonas. I did all sorts over in Florida. It was unreal. So it was a really good experience with the label. I loved it, I really did.
And we're here now. Get to know you.
Get to know you.
The big single.
My favourite one so far.
It's super catchy. I just kept hearing it on the train, and oh my god, Get to Know You.
I know, it's so catchy, and I feel like people are listening to it over and over, and they're not bored of it yet.
Yeah. So what was the process like behind making it, sort of writing a record like that?
So it was in Copenhagen.
Okay.
And just wanted something that was, my previous releases I felt were emotional ballad pop songs. So when you listen to them, the lyrics are quite sad, but a little bit upbeat. Whereas I wanted this one to be happy, happy lyrics, poppy, and something that everyone can just be happy and change their mood when they listen to it. I mean, I've brought out enough songs now where people can, you know, cry in the car and sing them hard, and I want to do that again, but I also wanted to release something a bit different and see how people reacted. And it's doing really well on Spotify, and I mean, Spotify have been amazing. They've pushed it so much in their playlist, so I'm so grateful. But yeah, it's doing well, and that shows that a pure pop song goes down well.
It does, especially now. And we're not even in summer, that's the thing, and that's
No,
the
I
big
know.
thing, that's the big
Yeah,
thing.
I released it in winter.
Yeah, I know.
Whose idea was that?
But it's doing well,
No,
it is doing well
Yeah.
nonetheless.
No.
You've had such an amazing sort of career. Has there been
Yeah.
like a couple pinch yourself moments where you've been like, wow, I can't believe I'm doing this or here?
Yeah, I think when I did an interview with James Arthur, basically, so because of social media, then you get brands reach out to you,
Yeah.
and they see that you're getting 60 million or whatever views on a video, and they're like, we need to use this person to promote our product. I only ever work with people that I love, have tried and tested, and really love. So like McDonald's, I'm obsessed with McDonald's, Pepsi, people like that I loved working with. And Pepsi said to me, we want to work with you, and the video is you meeting James Arthur, singing a cover of his song, and then you get to meet him, talk to him about the cover. He then listens and reacts to your cover live for the first time. So it's nothing to do with Pepsi.
Yeah.
They didn't even have a drink of Pepsi or Pepsi anywhere, apart from obviously in the cut afterwards.
Yeah.
But I got to meet him, sing to him, loveliest guy, and that was a moment where I sat there and I thought, oh my god, like, I'm getting a brand like Pepsi asking me to come and meet James Arthur. It was just nuts. And I think moments like that are crazy. Florida was pretty crazy when I was stood in a different country in front of like, I don't know how many thousands of people, supporting somebody and them like loving, like reacting to me, and I thought that's lovely, going to somewhere else where they don't know anything about me, really, don't know who I am, maybe maybe 10 of them, but they reacted really well to me, and like every time I was like, do you want another one, they were like, yeah, so that was great.
And you worked with Diane Warren.
Diane Warren was an amazing one too.
The legend.
Yeah, Diane was insane, and she was so nice. I mean, I heard so many stories about her before, like she's crazy, she's got a parrot that she brings in with her, she doesn't. She didn't when I was there anyway, I met her a fair few times, and she was so nice to me. She was like, I'd love to work on your album, if you do an album, come in and do loads of stuff together. I mean, that woman is just a workaholic.
A machine.
She does not stop. Every day she's in that office, and I mean, she is minted.
And a lesson to learn.
She's minted and she's still grafting all the time. She's unreal. Yeah.
That's the way to go. That is
I
the way to
know.
go. Hustle all day.
She will never give it up. She's so motivated. She's an amazing person to be around as well. Her energy is just like inspires you. So she's great.
Amazing. Well, last couple of questions before we head off. Nowadays, social media is such a big thing. A lot of young people tend to go to that as a first point of call. I saw you going around to schools everywhere. What advice would you give to young singers who potentially might want to follow in your footsteps?
I think I say to people, record yourself on your phone if you want to listen to yourself back, because how you sound when you speak is not how everyone else hears you. Like, when you hear yourself on a voicemail or something and you're like, oh, does my voice sound like that? That's the same with singing. So I say listen and get comfortable with what your voice sounds like, and if there's bits of it where it makes you cringe or you're like, oh, then keep doing it and keep practicing and try and get to that point where you like not enjoy listening to your voice but you get used to it. I don't listen back to my voice now and go, wow, you're unreal. I listen to it and pick all the bad bits in it and go, oh, I don't like that, and then other people might think it's insane, but I think it's rubbish. So I say listen back to yourself, then show someone that you trust, like your family member or your friends, before you go posting it out on social media. Because I know some people like just post it and then they could get loads of hate for it, or it could backlash, and then that could ruin your confidence forever. So just build it up slowly before you then decide to go public, because it's a serious thing putting it out there, especially for younger kids. That their friends at school or people at school are behind a screen, sometimes with fake profiles. They can be nasty. I mean, I went to schools and promoted a message of use social media in the right way, have private accounts, don't speak to strangers, be careful of what you post. Like all the important messages, PlayStation, like be careful on there with the headsets. We had some scary, honestly scary stories from children that were like 10, 11 about men that were trying to talk to them on headsets. So a lot of scary stories. And I had a lot of DMs afterwards on Instagram saying like, you've changed my perspective on things, I've now got a private account, I've spoken to my mum and dad about something I've been going through, like amazing things, because we were talking about mental health too. But it's just super important just to be vigilant about what you are posting, and just make sure you're at the right age where you're headstrong. Because even me, when I was posting when I was 18, 19 and one of my first ones went viral, I was naive to the comments that I would get about the way I looked, about the way I dressed, about everything, about your bathroom. Like people would be like, what the hell, your tiles aren't even straight in the background, and my dad would get offended, like, I built this house, what are you talking about? But like, people pick on anything.
Yeah.
And you just have to be prepared for that, and it really did upset me. Sometimes I would cry at some of the comments I got to begin with, and now I'm so hard-faced to it, I just block them and I think, you're the one with the issue.
What's the point?
But when you're so young and vulnerable, you can think that about yourself for a long time. People's words are very powerful.
Yeah, 100%.
So you have to be careful. And I feel like people on the other side of the screen, they need to think about what they're saying to people too.
Oh, 100%.
Like, it's like bullying, but obviously online. Cyberbullying, it's just awful.
God. Wow. 12 months. Next 12 months, we spoke about the law of attraction.
Yeah.
What can we kind of expect from you?
So going into 2020, I'm going to be visualising.
Yeah.
Lots of new originals.
Okay.
I also know I'm going to release some more covers on Spotify and Apple Music and everywhere. Got them already done, lined up to go. Because people always ask me, like, how do I get this cover off of YouTube for my wedding or my friend's funeral or whatever. So I'm going to put them on there for people to be able to access easily. A tour coming up. We're routing that at the moment. That's going to be with hopefully a live band, to make that bigger and better, bigger venues than last time. And just music videos. Hopefully going around. I want to go back to America.
Yeah.
Definitely, I miss it so much. But yeah, I don't know. I feel grateful for anything that comes my way. Do you know what I mean? But I can visualise what I want to happen, and then all the little bits come in, and I feel super lucky for it. So
amazing. Well, thank you for taking the time to speak to me.
Thank you for having me.
Before we head off, have you got any messages for your fans?
Thank you so much for supporting me, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something maybe and can take it away.